You are welcome to our channel. Don't forget to like, to share, and also to subscribe. In the news, Akpabio not bigger than Nigeria's constitution. Who said this? It is Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan. Suspended lawmaker Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan on Tuesday cautioned Senate President Godswill Akpabio against placing himself above the Nigerian constitution. The senator also accused the Senate leadership of violating a valid court order by preventing her from resuming duties at the National Assembly. She disclosed this in an interview with journalists at the Assembly complex. The senator representing Kogi Central arrives at the National Assembly complex to reclaim her seat following a ruling by Justice Binta Nyako of the Federal High Court, which nullified her suspension. However, she was denied entry by security personnel to the gate. Fuming after the incident, Akpoti-Uduaghan described the development as a deliberate act of contempt by the Senate, particularly targeting Senate President Godswill Akpabio. Akpabio cannot be greater than Nigerian constitution. I want Nigerians to know that the office of the Senate President doesn't give me legitimacy as a senator. The fact that he has done an appeal does not invalidate the decision of Justice Binta Nyako, and that does not stop me from being a senator. I got my legitimacy as a senator from the people of Kogi who voted me into office as senator, she said. The embattled senator said her continued exclusion speaks volumes about the Senate of Nigeria's democracy. That I have been denied entrance to the National Assembly is a statement being made. It's on record that the National Assembly under Akpabio has decided to be in contempt of a court decision, and it's quite ironic that they are lawmakers. That poses the question, how far is our democracy in this day and age? She stated. Akpoti-Uduaghan also faulted the legality of her initial suspension by the Senate. Even the suspension ab initio was fraudulent. The document was faulty, she stated. She revealed that her legal team will be approaching the appellate court for further interpretation of the and redress. Going forward, I will have a meeting with my legal team so they can proceed to the appellate court to seek interpretation into what just happened. I'm a law-abiding citizen, she added. As of press time, the Senate leadership had not released any statement on Tuesday's standoff at the National Assembly. Well, the issue of Natasha with the Senate wouldn't go to a sleep so soon because of the fact that the judgment given is causing unnecessary noise, and I don't expect it to cause noise because the whole judgment on the certified true copy was written in English language for those who can read and understand. And the clarity of the whole thing is there. But the way politicians behave, they want to confuse the whole country. They want to confuse the whole populace, their people. For example, why is Natasha going to this uh, assembly complex with retinue of families and friends and people, journalists and also what have you? She doesn't need it. She's going there to do a major job, and she needs to just go in alone and get her job done. But with the retinue of well-wishers and non-well-wishers and actors and non-actors, it's going to be problem, honestly speaking. That's number two. Why is also the Senate unnecessarily becoming too rigid, as it were? Well, I don't know, maybe because of the fact that both sides are misinterpreting what the judgment of the court says. Everyone has been reading the certified true copy that Justice Binta Nyako said that if logically thinking that the Senate need to sit for 181 days for their plenaries, it is illogical. In fact, it is excessive. It is legislative overreach for them to suspend any senator for that long time, because that means she will not participate in what is his real reason, her real job, and she was employed to do or elected to do. She won't participate in parliamentary processes and all the legislative plenaries, And then those things that concerns his people, as a result of that, they will be affected because it's as good as the Kogi Central people don't have a representation at the National Assembly, and that's bad enough. If that is what the assembly is even thinking of, looking at the argument of the justice, I think it should be enough for them to soften or tamper justice with mercy and reconsider the constituent, which are the people that each of them as senators came to represent in the Senate hallowed chamber in Abuja there. As a result of that, the so-called gladiators within the matter, let them go and sit down and then look at the matter critically and properly, and then let the sleeping dog lie. Let everything be laid to rest. That Natasha should just go back and resume her job. But then nobody is going to rule out the fact that Natasha is, trying to kind of appeal the judgment and still want to enforce the judgment. She cannot eat a cake and have it. If she feels that the judgment should be, enforced, and to a large extent, if she decides to go on appeal, that means she wants to maintain status quo. And then it's not left for the court again to determine what is the status quo. Is it a further implementation of the judgment first, then you now come to court? That is the military term, obey before complain. Or if it is the other way around, then it's going to be a different situation. Look at the first round. If she should obey first before complain, that means she need to, pay 5 million naira as apology into government coffer and write those apology letters in two national dailies and one on her Facebook page. So if she's not willing and ready to do that, and she decides to confront or contest that, then she should be able to also, forfeit her going even into the hallowed chamber, because they may decide to wait until she has done all the necessary things that the judgment said before they might in court and take the advice of the justice who felt that the judiciary ought not to intervene in the legislative proceedings, because they are individual different arms of government. And be it as it may, whatever Natasha is trying to do now, to a large extent, the Senate by that judgment has been giving more favor, even by more than Natasha. And I think she should do the needful. As at present now, she's still thinking that it's Akpabio that is, causing the whole problem. But it's the whole Senate that is rising against her, even though Akpabio is the one she harassed. Let's see what will happen in days come by. Since she's not accepted into the Alo Chimba, will maybe Senate can just look at the matter and then tamper justice with mercy. Don't forget to like, to share, and also to subscribe to our channel. Thank you.